Hi, guys. Oh, it's time for me to tell another story. Yeah, it is. Do you know why? Because I'm Uncle Johnjohn, and I'm going to tell you more about the animal people adventures. I've told several of these adventures, but I'm going to tell you more of the animal adventures that I told you last time. About the little boy, or maybe a little girl. Anyway, they went into a closet and escaped through a closet that took them to a place in the sea. And then there was a pirate captain who was really cool, who took them on an adventure. What kind of new adventures do they have? Let's find out. Let's find out. Well, one of the things that this little person found, this little boy or little girl, is they went to the pirate captain's house. Yes, the pirate captain's house. But I think just looking at the inside of this pirate captain's house, and if you are watching the YouTube channel, you'll see. Oh, my hair is all weird. Look at my hair. My hair is all crazy today. Why is it all crazy? If you're watching the YouTube channel, you'll see that my hair is all crazy today, and you'll also see this picture that I'm using to tell the story. And by the way, if you are not looking at the YouTube video, that's okay. You don't need to. This is an audio podcast. You can listen while you are trying to fall asleep. It's okay. I'll tell you what's in the picture right now. We're looking at a picture of this young person who is in the pirate captain's house, and it kind of looks like it must be a big house, because I guess they're in the dining room, because I see a big table with lots of snacks on it, and it's got like a cup of tea, and it's got a teapot, and it's got like a little muffin or something on it. So it looks pretty good, but it looks like it's an old house, like a really old house, because like the fireplace is kind of old and there's no fire in it. It's like an old style fireplace where they actually use it for cooking, not just because for Santa Claus to come, but actually they use it for cooking. That's really, really, really old fashioned. And the walls look like the not just like the wallpaper is coming off, but like parts of the wall are coming off. That's really old. They don't take care of this house. And in this dining room, there is a bird, a very big bird, and the bird can talk. And the bird is talking to the child. And they're having a really good conversation, and they're talking about this child's adventures with the pirate captain, and their home, where there is another bird just like this one that can also tell stories and stuff. And so this other bird in this dining room is also telling all sorts of adventures and stuff. And so what is the bird telling this kid, huh? What do they tell him? Well, maybe this bird is telling about the time that there were persons, and there were animal persons were in a courtroom. So that's what the bird is telling. This bird is telling a courtroom drama, a story about the law, and how, let's see, it looks like there's a judge and there's lawyers who are arguing stuff, and there's one judge, maybe not judge, maybe the lawyer, I guess. There's one lawyer who is talking to the judge, trying to explain a thing, and the guilty criminal looks like it is a dog. Maybe, I think it's a dog, but it's a dog person, so they can talk and they can understand people person. So it's a dog person who got in trouble, and this lawyer is trying to convince the judge, hey, this dog's a good boy, a really good boy. You can't don't make them in trouble. So please, don't do anything. So yeah. And what does the judge do? What does the judge do? Well, the judge says, oh, oops. The judge says, the dog person has to go to jail. But I don't think this is a dog person. I think this is a people person. It's hard to say. But anyway, but actually actually I don't think it's a lawyer, but anyway, this lawyer, their assistant is a monkey. It's a monkey person. And they are talking to the guilty person and saying, hey, I'm sorry you're guilty. I'm sorry you're guilty. But you know, that's the law. And we have to trust the law to do the right thing. And so sometimes maybe you were guilty, and maybe you deserve to be in jail for a long time, because that's the courts don't make mistakes. They have to be right, you know? And so this lawyer was being a very kind lawyer and saying, listen, you are guilty because the court says, the judge says you are guilty. So you must stay here forever and ever. And you have to think about the bad things you did. I mean, maybe you didn't do them, but the judge says you did do it. So you have to think about, you know, if you get another chance to be a good person, how will you do that? How will you be a good person? Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to do. Except that it looks like the guilty person is now out of jail. And now we see the child with the lawyer person, or maybe it's not a lawyer, with their bird friend. And it looks like the criminal has escaped, but the lawyer helped them escape. So forget everything I said before. It doesn't matter. Forget I said it. Forget it. It doesn't count. Because now they escape, because actually the lawyer person thinks that the criminal actually isn't a criminal, and the judge was wrong. So he has to be free. He shouldn't be in jail. He has to be free, I think. And called his friends, the monkey person, his assistant, the monkey person, and his friend, the kid, who suddenly is also friends with this lawyer and not the pirate captain. But I guess, you know, this kid's really friendly. It's a friendly young person who wants to help do good things. And their new friend, who's a bird, who's also telling this story. I don't know how that works. I don't know how this works, but that's exactly what happens. I have decided. So the bird who's telling this story to this child in the pirate captain's kitchen is also in the story, and so is the child at the same time. Because that is how stories work. And what do they do after? What do they do after? Ooh, they escape together in a boat across the sea to an island. It seems like a tropical island, but it was very difficult to get to this island because there's whales. Lots of whales are crashing against, and sharks crashing against the island, and so these people are running away in a boat, sailing in a boat, trying to catch up to this island and not to be attacked by the whales and the sharks and the other fish. And they do. And they do. And they live on the island. The lawyer person and the monkey person and the criminal person who was, I think it was a dog before, but now is not a dog, but is now a monkey. So there's two monkey persons, I guess. And the young boy and the young girl with their friend Bird, who is also telling the story. They are in the story, but also telling the story at the same time. While they're on this new island, they escaped to this island. And it doesn't look like it's a very safe island, but I don't know, maybe it's really safe, because it must be, there must be lots of new adventures to this island. We don't know. Because, well, it's the end. It is the end, and and as we know in the end, we have the lawyer and the child and the lawyer's assistant, who's a monkey person, and then the criminal, who's also a big monkey person, and then I guess now there's a dog. There's a dog, and they are walking through this island to make a new life and have new adventures. But we are going to have to stop our adventures, because in this book, it's over. This book is finished. We know, because on this picture it says the end. And you know what that means? It means there's no more story. Unless there is another book in which maybe there is. So you could go to the library and look for books by Dr. Dolittle. Remember that? Dr. Dolittle's Adventures? Go to the library and ask your librarian, hey, I want to read books about Dr. Dolittle and his animal friends and their adventures. And then you will know more of their adventures. I think that's nice. Don't you think that's nice? Well, I don't know, because maybe you are asleep. I hope you're asleep. If you're not asleep, I hope your eyes are closed, like this. Your eyes are closed, and you are breathing deeply, and you're very relaxed, and you're very heavy in your bed, and you're heavy on your pillow, and the lights are turned off, and you are almost asleep. You're almost asleep. And you have to be asleep, because that's your job. And my job is to tell you this is the end of our story. And time for me to say good night. Good night.